Hello Gemini, welcome to your March 2020 He Said, She Said reading. Thanks for joining us. My name's Michelle.
My name's Richard.
Let's get started. The oracles. Firstly, we have Blanche. Blanche, she who brings light. The feeling around this is one of serenity, finding peace, and as such, there's an energy around this of being a beacon to others because there is a peaceful energy around you. Could be you, could be the other person. We'll see how this goes. Now, Richard has pulled a card from the Divination of the Ancients.
It's called Arrow, and it's about focus. And the idea here is that if you think positively and aim for what you're focused on one thing and just aim for that, then that will be successful for you.
Okay. So, Gemini, let's take a look. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups.
And here I've got the Page of Wands. So you're starting something new, maybe?
It could be that you have many different options to choose from here, and you're being asked to focus on one.
Mm-hmm.
The energy around this is also can be reversed, so please keep that in mind. Whatever side resonates the most with you, Gemini, that's your message. And we're doing something a little bit different this month, guys. We're going to be putting out next month's reading in the order of the most liked videos. So if you want your video out quickly before the others, please make sure to press that like button down below. We'd really appreciate it. Okay, Gemini, let's get started. The status of this relationship, how you're viewing this person, the strengths of the relationship, the weakness, what you should do in the situation, what you shouldn't do, and the likely outcome.
Okay, so status of the relationship, how this person's viewing you, Gemini, strengths, weaknesses, what this person should keep doing, what they should stop doing, and the outcome if nothing changes.
Alrighty, let's take a look. Status, Queen of Wands. Okay, now I feel like this energy here is one of optimism. I mean, I look at this and I see she who becomes, or she who brings light. So I feel that this is your energy, and it's an energy of someone who is coming into their own. There's a confidence, very much a high self-esteem around a Queen of Wands in the upright. It's someone who is ready to tackle challenges, also a kind of fearsome energy as well, meaning, well, actually not fearsome, I want to say fearless. Someone who doesn't fear change, who doesn't fear difficulties. There's an energy around this person of someone who is a beacon to others because of this kind of star-like quality that I'm picking up. Could be you, Gemini, could be the other person.
Formidable, I think, is what you're looking for.
Formidable, but in a good way. You know, it's not an energy of someone who wants to
control.
Right. It's more about attracting people to you just by having this kind of inner glow or that inner light, rather than formidable, which seems to be more like pushing away, or someone who others would not want to approach.
Okay. So looking over here, status of relationship, we have the Hanged Man in reverse over here. There's a lot of stagnation around this card, a lot of not moving forward, a lack of focus, if anything.
Right. How you're viewing the other person here. We've got the Eight of Swords in the reverse as the energy around you here. So the feeling that I'm getting around this is that you're exercising your own personal power. So there's no restrictions around you, but you may view this other person as somehow restricted or restrictive. So there's an energy around this of freedom and being free to express oneself, to communicate. Remember I said fearless. I was picking that up right from the get-go with this reading. Someone who is fearless, so not letting restrictions hold you back.
I want to break free.
Yeah. All right. Freddie said it best.
Okay. Looking over here at how this person views you, Gemini, we've got the Judgment card in reverse. So either this person here is not hearing that clarion call or not listening to it, hearing and not listening, or they think that that you're not. We'll see where that goes.
So it seems like we've got one person who's very focused and the other person has no focus at all.
Yeah.
Goodness, Gemini, I think I know which one's you. I feel this is your energy over here. The strength is the Seven of Swords. The thing is, you've thought a lot about what you want to do, And I feel that you have some kind of strategy or plan that you've been working on.
An escape plan, I think.
An escape plan. It could be an escape from something. I mean, certainly. But I also feel that this is more of an energy of just someone who writes their own rules.
But it's something you're keeping close to your own chest, Gemini.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's not something you're making public.
I get very much an energy around you, Gemini, of someone who is, you do your own thing, and no one can really say to you what you should or shouldn't do, because you live outside of that rule book, other people's rules. You don't want to be held back. You don't want to have some kind of restriction around you and saying, oh, you can't do that because of, you're not supposed to, all of that. It's living within your own rule book here, and I feel that it's really good energy, because you're a self-starter and you're more likely to take the first step rather than this other person who I feel is not the same mindset.
This person seems like they're stuck in the mud a bit.
Yes.
All right, let's take a look at the strengths over here for this person. Two of Swords. Yeah, well, they're stuck with indecision. Yeah, they can't decide what they want to do.
They're all over the place. Goodness.
Now, it's there as a strength, so it might be a good thing that they're not making a decision yet.
Yeah.
Because they're prone to make the wrong one.
Yeah, you're right. The weakness. Look at all this Swords energy. We've got the Five of Swords. So the thing with the Queen of Wands energy, and Richard said it earlier about the formidable side, it could be that you come across as someone who perhaps, because you have this kind of rule breaker or maverick, I'm getting maverick energy around this, that you come across as someone who has a big ego or is wanting to rule.
I don't think it's your intention, though, Gemini.
No.
It's just the way you're coming across because of the fact that you're a trailblazer.
That's it. You're a trailblazer, but this other person's not a trailblazer, so they might be a little bit intimidated by you, Gemini. So I think for you, because you have all of this strength and power around you, and very attractive energy, I feel like you need to kind of dial it down just a little bit around this particular person, because they seem to be a little bit skittish or shy, something like that.
Okay, let's take a look over here at weaknesses. So we've got this Two of Cups in the reverse here. Yeah, I think that it's more a fear than anything. It's a fear of things not working out. So, the thing is that sometimes, we can be with somebody or look to somebody or be attracted to somebody and wonder if we're good enough to actually be able to win them.
It might be that. It might be that this person doesn't feel strong enough.
Not that it should be about winning per se, but it's that's what I think this person's sort of lying right now. They're sort of on the fence, thinking, "Oh gosh, can I do this?"
Yeah, you're right. For some reason, they seem to be lacking in
I think it's
self-confidence.
Self-confidence, yeah.
Yeah. What you should continue to do in this case, we've got the Chariot in reverse. So cool your jets, basically. I think that you just have to really sit back, not take any kind of action right now.
Whereas it's opposite for this person. What they need to do is make a decision and focus on it. If the decision is to go after you, Gemini, then that's what they should do with all their energy and all their heart. Or they should just give up the fight completely and move on. But they can't just sit in this nether realm. I think really they actually are being directed to move towards you. I think you want them to, actually, Gemini. I think you're rooting for them. But the thing is, they've got to do some work here. All right, let's look at the strengths. We got the Star in reverse as a strength. That's interesting. It seems like, funnily enough, this person's lack of self-confidence is actually working for them right now. In that they're not coming across as somebody who is super confident, overly confident. Maybe that's what you've had enough of, Gemini. You've had enough of people who are super confident alpha type people, coming after you, but not with the best of intentions. Maybe you're looking for somebody who's willing to be a bit more subdued, who's willing to to be a little bit less confident, at least initially, around you. Maybe somebody who's a bit shy.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as that.
Okay. Let's have a look and see what you shouldn't do. Another sword energy. King of Swords. As you, Gemini, it's about taking action, making decisions and doing. It's a card of someone who very much makes judgments of others. It tends to be someone who can be quite, there's that formidable energy, isn't it? And I get this feeling here of someone who tends to make judgments that are, once you make them, you don't go back on them. So the tendency here is to give something a shot, but then if the other person doesn't step forward, you can kind of say to yourself, you know what, well, they had their chance. I'm out. I'm on to the next thing. And that's a Gemini kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm getting a little patience. I mean, it all depends on if you really want this person or not.
Or not, yeah.
But if you do want this person, you're going to have to be a little bit patient with them. And I think give them a little bit of an in, because I think once you give them an in, and you show your less formidable side, maybe you show a bit of a chink in your armor, I think that will allow this person to focus a bit more on trying to be more like you. I mean, that's really what this person needs to do. They need to be more like you, Gemini.
Yeah.
They need to have focus. They need to have a plan of action, and they need to go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. Looking over here at what this person shouldn't do. Well, the seven of Pentacles here, it's about, in my opinion, it's more about hoping for too much.
Okay.
It's trying to plant this seed and make it grow, and thinking too much into the future. It's sometimes, when you're just starting out with somebody, it's possible to kind of look into the future and think about how you're going to be married to them, have kids, and all of that. And it's really not the time to be thinking about that kind of stuff. That's what this person is called on not to do. They're called on to, I think, enjoy you, Gemini, in the moment, and have a very much more see what happens kind of approach.
Let's have a look at the outcome. The Six of Wands in reverse. It's not bad. There's a feeling here, and I see this as two things. The first thing I see here is that there's some jealousy. I feel like somehow this person, there's some underlying current of jealousy towards you, Gemini, just because of how confident you appear. So they feel like they don't measure up in some way. But I also see this as potential for success. Success is still possible here, but it's going to take some more time. It's going to take some more work. But the work, I feel, has to be done from the other person. The energy that I'm getting around you here is just to ease off a little bit. Maybe just show more of a human side, because for some reason you're coming across to this person as just someone who is out of their league or something like that. Yeah,
I think you need to show a bit of vulnerability, Gemini. And that might, I get the sense that's quite hard for you.
Yeah.
That's kind of the flip side of who you are.
That's right.
Okay, over here we've got the Three of Pentacles as the outcome. It's about cooperation. It's about both parties here doing their part in order to make this relationship happen. On your side, Gemini, it's about being more vulnerable, giving this person an in. On this person's side, it's about having focus and basically zeroing in on putting all their effort into getting with you. Not having that self-confidence. The self-confidence you have, they need that in order to obtain you, Gemini.
That's right. I think they have to look at their strengths. They seem to be very focused on what they don't have,
on their weaknesses,
on their what they consider to be their shortcomings or their faults, so to speak.
Which might not even be shortcomings to you, Gemini, but this person's just super sensitive to all of that. There's a lot of stuff that could be going on with them, but in the end, Gemini, it's up to you. You've got to decide if you want this person or not.
Yeah. So let's see where this goes in the extended. I hope that you join us there. The link is below in the descriptions box. It'll be about another 30-minute reading, so please do join us if this is resonating. Remember, it can resonate the opposite way around. If you're cross-watching for a Gemini, one of these sides may resonate as the Gemini that you're dealing with. If you would like a personal reading, you can email me, gypsyinsights@gmail.com, and that email is also in the box below. Don't forget about our Soulful Repair playlist. Those are readings that are done in this style, but they're not sign or time dependent. So please do check those out if you haven't already. And also don't forget we're doing that situation here where we're going to put out the next month's readings in order of the most liked video from this month. So if you'd like your video out before the others, Gemini, please don't forget to press that little like button and leave us a comment too, because you guys have been quite quiet lately, and we'd love to hear if you're still enjoying these readings. Thanks very much, guys. We'll see you in part 2, or we'll speak to you again soon.
Thanks, Gemini. Goodbye and good luck.